The original video is linked in the description down below. Enjoy.
Alright then, so in this one what you're going to see is the police attended an incident where a man has been violently attacked, is being burgled, so they've robbed his property, and they've run off to work. This person has actually phoned the police and reported it, and what you're going to see is what the police actually do in these incidents.
What's that lad's name who assaulted me? Yeah, but you saw who came out of the gate. I've just seen him go behind that wagon.
So what you can see is the security guards actually perverting the course of justice in my eyes. This is perverting the course of justice, unless if he tells the police everything, which I doubt he probably will, but it is perverting the course of justice. It's so far.
You'll
have to do that.
I'm on a public road. No, but if I stand here I can do it. Not here I'm not.
And this security guard's still trying to get him to stop recording, even though he's just been violently attacked.
He said that when he's grabbed your head, has he pushed it into the floor or?
Yeah, he's been...
How many times?
3 times.
3 times.
I'm fucking traumatised, he was fucking really bad.
Has he said out when he's done it to you? Or?
Yeah, he's been screaming and shouting, I'll fucking kill you. Give me your fucking drone, you fucking bastard.
So far what this person has described is GBH, which is grievously body harm, possibly ABH, which is actual body harm, burglary, threats to kill, a string of offences so far, but they haven't finished giving a statement, so we'll carry on and listen to what else is going to be said.
Do you think I deserve it?
No. I don't think anyone deserves stuff like that. So you've got the cuts at the right side of your head there, which I can see. You said you had some injuries to your ribs?
Yeah.
What injuries are they? Just bruising and swelling?
I just can't breathe properly.
Right, okay. I think you might need to go to the hospital, fella.
So what you've heard so far is the officer describing the injuries and then asking if there's any more injuries. Can't breathe properly is potentially a broken rib, so it is a good idea to go to the hospital. But as you've heard from the officer's words himself, is observed a cut on this person's head, which would go with his story of having his head bounced off the floor a couple of times.
He got me in like a thing and threw me back on the ground, you know.
Like a headlock?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
I told him I was leaving, I said I'm going. I didn't even press record on the drone, that's the...
How long did it go on for?
5 minutes. Then another lad come round saying, we knew you are.
So what is described as a 5-minute assault, and these people had the intention, it sounds like they had the intention to go out and assault him. So if that's the case, if it's GBH or ABH and they put the with intent in front, that's section 18 or section 18 with intent, which is actually a serious offence. You're looking at prison time up to I think it's a minimum of 7 years to 15 years for wounding with intent and stuff like that. So it could be something serious like that.
Said you were wearing a black t-shirt with grey on the sleeves.
Grey sleeves or the other way around. Grey sleeves with black.
What colour were his shorts?
Grey. He'll have been changed, won't he?
So listening to the victim describe the attacker is repeating the same things, which could be a concussion. It's signs of a head injury. This officer should be getting an ambulance and not letting him leave until he's been checked over and is all good, as a head injuries could lead to bleeding on the brain, all sorts of stuff like that. So he shouldn't be allowing him to walk around, and there should be an ambulance en route.
Yeah.
Yeah. You happy to attend court if it gets that far?
Yeah, I am, yeah, absolutely.
Are there any dates you're unavailable? Have you got any holidays booked in?
No, I'll be available.
Fine, no dramas. So I need a signature in that yellow box again, please, sir. And there'll be one more to do, which is just for your personal details, which are not disclosable anyway, GDPR and data protection, what have you. Right. So you're declining medical attention. I've cancelled the ambulance. You said you've driven here anyway, so obviously.
I'm not going to you, so I want to see what you do.
Well, I'm going to go speak to him.
Well, go on then.
Well, I'm going to. Oh, I'm going to go speak to him. You can wait as long as you like if you want. It might take all day.
I'm not bothered. I'll wait.
Find out who this
I
chap
want.
is.
He's in there, isn't he, somewhere?
That's fine. I'll go find out what the details are. You said that your drone remote control, that you believe they've possibly got it. So
Believe he has. He smashed it up.
right, I'll query that as well and find out. All right, mate. Okay.
So far in my eyes, this officer's doing everything right so far. But is on about you believe they've got it right. The CCTV everywhere, all they have to do is ask them to show them the CCTV footage of that person coming in. Once he identifies that person, find out what time he come in and see if he come in with anything in his hand. That would clarify if he come in with a drone or not. Drones are not cheap. Depending on what drone it is, it could be £300 up to £1,000. More likely the £300 to £400 drone. So there's theft immediately. Is attacked this person and the officers identified a cut on his head, so that's assault and battery, which could also be ABH or GBH. More likely ABH, actual body harm, because it's created a cut on his head. But let's carry on and see if this officer does the right thing.
I think I do need that ambulance, you know. If I go to hospital.
You do need it.
So I go to hospital.
It's up to you. I will. I can't assess your injuries.
I will, yeah.
So this officer, in my eyes, has already done wrong. I don't see the attacker coming out in handcuffs unless if they couldn't identify the attacker, which is very unlikely. But the fact that he's saying, he said earlier that he's cancelled the ambulance because it is requested not to, is a head injury. He could have concussion, so he's a bit dazed anyways. It's in your best interest, officer, to get an ambulance to check him, because if he's got a car parked around like he said he has, and he's going to drive it and he passes out or something, that's on you.
So, I'll give you this. That's your crime reference number.
Yeah.
I've taken a statement. I've got the details of the person in there, the person who you've described, and I'm going to have to...
Did you take a photograph of him?
I know he is. I've got his details.
Wow, I need to see him, don't I?
Why do you?
So you've got the right guy?
No, he's told me what's happened, and I'm going to interview him.
And what did he say?
I can't tell you, but I'll interview him and I'll get back to you with a charging decision. I need to run it through my supervisor, but this is the start of the investigation. I've got your statement.
So what about what you're charging him with?
Nothing at the moment. I need to interview him.
Alright then, so I understand the fact that you said you can't tell him what he said in the statement, obviously, but you also said he ain't going to be charged with anything yet because you need to interview him. He's just committed a assault charge, and you've seen the injuries, so that is ABH, actual body harm. Why isn't he in handcuffs getting taken away to be interviewed? This is what's wrong with our police. They'll send a lot of people in a van for somebody recording, but when there's actual crime like this, which somebody's been assaulted pretty badly, and you're not even going to arrest the person what did it, and then you wonder why the victims get victimised, because the police do nothing.
No one gets charged straight away. There's an investigation. So you've made an allegation, so I'm taking a statement from you. You've made an allegation that you've been assaulted by somebody who works here.
And criminal damage as well.
There's no evidence in there that they've got your...
well, it's obvious there's no evidence, is it?
The chap's saying that it's more than likely down wherever this is happening.
No, it's not.
Well, I don't know. But that allegation was there, so I'm now going to have to interview the other side, and I'm not going to do it now because we've got other stuff to do. I've got no necessity to arrest him at this moment in time, so I'm going to interview him.
He's a fucking...
So this is what pisses me off about officers like this. He's got no necessity to arrest him at this moment in time, right? There's a victim in front of you with a cut on his head. That is a head injury. He's complaining about somebody in there which has assaulted him. That person has told you what has happened. That is a necessity to arrest him. I don't give a shit what you say, mate. And you wonder why people do not like the police or don't go to the police for stuff like this, and then there's vigilante justice going on because of officers like this what refuse to do the job properly. You've got a necessity to arrest. You've got a victim making a complaint with injuries. You've got the attacker saying what he did. Fair enough, you can't prove that he took the drone. Yeah, get the video of him going back into work, and if he's got it, there's burglary as well, because he didn't give you it back.
Assaulted me.
There's no need to swear at me.
Well, he needs arresting.
Don't tell me how to do my job. I'm trying to help you. You've asked me to call, you've called the police for help. I'm here to help you. I've taken a statement and the crime will be recorded and investigated.
Well, have you got the CCTV footage off there?
Not right now, but I'm in the process of getting it. I don't need to explain to you how I do my job. I'm here to look after you. Now, you said you needed a hospital or you need to get an ambulance. Is that correct? Do you want me to call you?
I'll go to the hospital, yeah.
Are you going to drive up to the hospital? Or do you want me to follow you to make sure you're alright?
No, it's alright.
Right, that's fine. I will complete my paperwork and I'll be in touch with you then. Is that alright? I've got your phone number because you've called it in to us.
Right.
I know your name and address, alright? So I'll be in touch with you, alright?
So I didn't like this officer. He was doing alright, and then this last bit really wound me up. There's no need to swear. Basically, you're telling a victim of assault that you're not going to do anything at the minute. Of course, he's going to be angry. And then you're not reassuring him that you're going to do the job properly. You're telling him, don't tell me how to do my job. As a victim of a crime, you should be reassuring him that a proper investigation is going to be looked at, especially when you're not going to arrest the person who attacked him, even though it happened right, even though the person who attacked him has admitted to attacking him. How fucking delusional is our police when they do not do their fucking job? And then they wonder why people are out there recording them for transparency. This movement is never going to stop when you got police officers like this what don't want to do the job. I guarantee nothing happens to this person. The drone's never going to be replaced. So this victim here is now out of pocket by the money of the drone and is being attacked, which nothing will happen to. This is fucking wrong. Right, that's my opinions on this. Very wound up with this situation. Let us know in the comments down below what you thought of this interaction. As always, like the video, it does open YouTube's algorithm, and I'll catch you on the next one.